Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading. Today we have a tarot reading. Yes, we do. We hope you guys are all well. And we continue over here in California with this earthquake weather. Yeah. And we have forgiving and learning. We have codependency. And we have religious factors. All right. So Capricorn, this is a general reading. Take what fits and leave the rest out. All right. If you want your own reading, which is always, recommended, I'll talk a little bit about that, after the oracle spread. So forgiving and learning, maybe there's something that you have kind of forgiven somebody about, and now you are learning, right? Yeah, because we do learn when we forgive, right? And yeah, we totally do. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. All right, so this codependency is, maybe this is some type of, a relationship where there is a codependent situation going on. Maybe there's a trauma bond with somebody. I mean, it's hard to say here. I don't think we're, codependency. I don't think they're talking about drugs or alcohol, but it can be, right? It can be. We have religious factors, and this is somebody whose love life is influenced by their religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this can mean that it's kind of like a conditioning. It's kind of like somebody, was in a relationship, or they make their choices based on like how they grew up, right? And they don't really make those choices based on what their heart is dictating. Yeah, they're not following their own soul's intention. That could be going on here for sure. And we have the Shine card, make yourself seen, and evolve. It's okay to grow. All right, so somebody has grown here. We have forgiving and learning, and the religious factors. Somebody has different values here, and they're clashing. They're clashing with the way they were brought up. And their values have changed, or they're finally going by their own values, managing their life from that perspective, right? And what's important to them, not what your parents said, their parents said, or what they learned, maybe in church or whatever else. It can be any kind of conditioning. Something happened here, though, Capricorn, with this religious factors and the codependency. And so we're not sure what that is, but you could be forgiving somebody, or somebody wants you to forgive them. That could be the case, right? Maybe you feel like you might need forgiveness. That's not really clear. These readings can be switched, right? Shine and evolve. Shine, make yourself be seen. Somebody wants you to see them and notice them and listen to them. Or you want someone to see you, maybe in a different light. That could be too. You might want somebody to see you in a whole different light, right? Maybe you've grown. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to grow. And this person sitting there with a teddy bear and, and on this bed, and it's about evolution and growing, personal growth, right? But there could have been some type of guilt here when we see it's okay to grow. Of course it's okay to grow. In fact, it is necessary and a must. If you don't grow, then you're going to be, when you're 21 and you're 30, you'll still be exactly the same, and life doesn't work like that, right? If there's no growth, that can be really rough, right? But let's see what what this reading has to say. We're going to do a past, present, and future. And Capricorn, if you want to get a reading with me, I do psychic readings and tarot readings. I always check for accuracies, and they are accurate. And especially the psychic reading, if you don't understand somebody, it's a good idea to get one on that person. If you just met them, or they're acting funny, or you don't know them very well, it's a good idea to get one of those. I'm also a life coach, so if you have questions about your own particular situation, I can help. Yeah. And my goal with these readings is to part of it is to really help people like see, and kind of as a life coach, right, to see how they can better kind of manage their life, right? And sometimes show them and help them to see what what they haven't seen about themselves, right? That is really important, right? Yeah. And sometimes it's to make predictions about your person, yeah. So, or about your own situation, right? Let's get into it. Mystic Sense is a free 5-minute psychic reading, and you can get a past life reading with me. Those are just so awesome for evolution, yeah, and personal empowerment and personal awareness, yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. So, we see this man sitting on the bed. Is it a man or a woman? It's a woman, I believe, but it's okay to grow, evolve. And these hands are trying to get at her, almost like somebody doesn't want her to grow. So somebody could have made a choice here. They were in a codependent relationship, or they're still in it, maybe. But that's not really clear yet. But that person is growing, and they feel some type of guilt here, because the way they were brought up, and that has affected their choices and how they manage their life, things like that. And so let's see what we have. King of Wands, Ace of Wands, Capricorn, Ace of Swords. The Lovers, we're going to cover them. They are stark naked here, but the angel is blessing them. I feel like you have a blessing here, Capricorn. Evolving is a blessing. It sure is. But we have these two aces. So these are new beginnings for you. Yeah. 5 of Cups. I said somebody might feel guilty kind of about growing, or about maybe their conditioning and, making the wrong choices, something like that. Somebody feels a little guilty in this reading. 5 of Cups. Yes, it can be regret, but it can also be guilt. Yes, it can. We have the Hangman reversed in the reading. The Emperor, Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups. There's 3 aces with these 12 cards. So that's a big deal. Yeah, that is a third of the reading. And somebody does walk away from something. Somebody calls it quits in a relationship, or a situation that was like codependent. 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups. And they do it after there's a sacrifice here. They're doing it for a particular reason. They're doing it to have a new beginning. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. The choice here is the Lovers, right? That is a choice. So you can choose to evolve, really, or you can kind of stay behind, or with this codependency and this kind of conditioning with religious factors. But somebody has grown here, and you may know this person, Capricorn. They may need forgiveness. That's a possibility. This person has learned, or you've learned. Somebody's learned in this reading, because we have the Evolve card and forgiving and learning, right? Now, the King of Wands is here. There may be a fire sign here. There could be. And it's interesting here how we have these aces that are diagonal. And the 3 of Cups is here as well. This could be a reconciliation, but it is about joy. It is about somebody really wanting to be happy, Capricorn. And I feel like you're the person that they like see themselves with. You could have just met this person, though, and they have just gone through something kind of like a codependent relationship, or just things where they weren't together for the right reasons. That could be happening here. This person could be somebody that that you do know, though, and that is out of that relationship now and wants to be with you. Maybe they have even left you to go be with somebody else because of the forgiveness aspect. Something was sacrificed here for sure, and something ended, right? And here we have the Hangman reversed. This is also about somebody who understands something in a very intuitive way, because of the Evolve card. Yes, for sure. And in the near future, Capricorn, we see the Emperor, the Knight of Swords. These are both action type of cards. So the Emperor is trying to manage his life and set things in order and create stability. It's a number 4. And the Knight of Swords is eliminating things from his life in order to help create this order, right? And help to bring stability here. And so they can have the Ace of Cups. So you can have this brand new beginning in love, Capricorn. And the Three of Cups is there. We're going to get a card on it. And so, this looks like somebody you really want to be happy in this reading. Maybe you moved on from somebody, right? You could have. Three of Pentacles with it. Yeah, this is, when we have the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, it's somebody who thinks that they could really, a relationship, you might be thinking, or this relationship could really grow and you guys could be happy together. You might be feeling that, Capricorn, if you are knowing who this person is, right? Yeah, I'm going to end this reading. Thanks so much for joining me here. If you guys want to get a reading with me, check out the description box. Everything is there. My readings are lots of fun. They are. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me to manage, and kind of move with the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, it's really important. Hit the little bell if you want to receive my notifications. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for joining me today.